Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is King Froggy, and welcome back to another Metalhead Reacts. Today, I'm going to be reacting to Lowkey Terrorist Part 2. Now, before we jump into this, I want to go over two things. One, I want to thank you guys for the crazy support. I think the last time I looked, we were at 271 subs, which is insane, and over like 14,500 views. It's insane. It's insane. Also, another thing I wanted to go over. Yesterday, I did not upload. Because, well, one, I was kind of in a dark place. But two, I was gone most of the day. So, what we're going to do is today, instead of uploading 2 videos, I'm doing a special treat just for you guys. I'm uploading 4 videos today, counting this one. And one of those videos is going to be a Q&A. So what I want you guys to do right now is go down into the comment section of this video and ask me any question that comes to mind. No question is off limits. Go down and ask a question, and I will answer it in the Q&A. Any question you got on your minds, anything at all, ask me down in the comment section, and I'll answer. Now, it can't be like, like anything, profane or anything like that, nothing bad. But like anything you're curious about, just ask me down in the comments section and I'll answer it in the Q&A. It's going to be the 4th video I upload today, so you have plenty of time to, think of a question you want answered and all that kind of stuff. So be sure you let me know down in the comments what you want answered. Now, let's get into Lowkey Terrorist Part 2 featuring Crazy Haze and My Khalil. God, she has a beautiful voice, man. They're calling me a terrorist. We know who the terror is. Tell them that I'm not. Ooh. They're calling me a terrorist. Okay, I'm sorry to pause it right there, but my God, dude, I love that, how it dropped right in to that. Oh, that beat just sounds so good. And you can hear Lowkey's voice in the background, but then My Khalil's voice as the main, the main voice, and it just sounds so good over that beat. That sounds beautiful. Let's go back a few seconds. I'm all about love and peace. Why you wanna trouble me? Tell them that I'm not. My intentions are clear to see.
First of all, allow my client Kareem Dennison simplify his messages and dissect the evidence that placed him on the terror list. Spread the lies of television. My client is standing accused of encouraging terrorism. He's promoting peace far from violent encouragement. I believe it's unjust that the school has summoned him. How can one man rapping lead to terrorist actions? This misunderstanding merits a retraction. Accused of calling for attacks on military facilities. You can't equate violence with criticism politically. Where's the freedom of speech? It's just another young musician who is seeking a dream. My client is accused of inciting racial tension. He's half Arab, half English that I failed to mention. The media rendered, his reputation ruined. Think about
I got a lot to
how
say
many
about this
he
one
has
in a second.
influenced to quit a life of crime and do the opposite. Most of the man's tracks are completely devoid of politics. The evidence is unseen, the verdict is a done deed. How can you compare a song to invading a country? My client isn't hungry for the blood of the people. Since when is making a rap song ever been illegal? No murder is done. The thing that drives this person is love. I rest my case to the jury and the merciful judge.
Okay, so I have a lot to say about this. Mainly being this right here. That people are saying, like, especially like anybody in media and stuff like that is saying that, his songs are encouraging terrorism. Now that is, I know where that comes from, it comes from the fact that he is more he's going away from social norms. Because down here it said that where was it about the song? Where was it? Fuck, I lost my place. Oh, there it is. How can one man rapping lead to terrorist actions? And it also talks about he's just another young musician who is seeking a dream. And also before that, where's the freedom of speech and stuff like that. See, an illusion here in United States, and I'm not sure about other countries because I've never been to another country, not yet anyway. But here in the United States, a big illusion is that we actually do have freedom of speech. And while we do have freedom of speech, it does not hinder the fact that people are going to criticize and put anyone down that goes against the social norms of society. Like, he talks a lot about, like, government and everything, you know, political actions and how all of their wrongdoings. And that really makes politicians and media and everything like that very uncomfortable that someone is doing something like that. So they bury him. And that's the reason I think he is underground, is because he's been buried so much and labeled as basically a guy that influences terrorism and violence. When really, all he's doing is trying to educate people on how the world is really working and the lies that are being held from us and the horrible acts that our government and stuff actually releases. Come on. My screen froze. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Another thing is that the youngsters that he has influenced to quit a life of crime and do the opposite. Most of the man's tracks are completely devoid of politics. The evidence is unseen. The verdict is a done deed. How can you compare a song to invading a country? So, a thing here, music has the power to influence people's minds. And especially, like, people that are in a very low place and think that the only life they can turn to is a life of crime, can be easily influenced by something like music. Especially when they're in that dark of a place. Now, if they want to be in a life of crime, you know, there's not much you can do about that. But as for the people that, like, if you're in the lower class and you have barely any money to go off of and you're working a dead-end job where you can barely make enough money to pay bills, but you're not able to really even put food on your table because you're spending all of it so that your family or yourself has a roof over your head, you have to do things if nobody else will hire you, because getting a job is hard. So you have to turn to things that you normally wouldn't do in order to be able to at least put food on your table. And hearing something like this, you know, something that would influence a person's mind would actually, like, encourage them to not do that, because, you know, it reminds them that it's wrong and that, you know, there is a better way. There's always a better way. So that's a big part of that. Alright. And then we're about to dive back into a chorus. Alright, cool. So let me go down. My laptop's being a little fucky. Alright, there we go. Let's go.
They're calling me a terrorist. We know who the terror is. Tell them no. They're calling me a terrorist. It's time to settle this. Tell them no. I'm all about love and peace. Why you wanna trouble me? Tell them that I'm not. My intentions are clear to see.
Sir, can you confirm you're the artist that's known as Lowkey? Are you aware the state has been building this case is so free? You claim that you're all about love and you promote peace. I'm here to prove that your hot speeches lead to cold deeds. Your lyrics are a virus infecting all the youths. You say whatever it takes to get a mention on the news. You're an insult to the people and offend the soldiers too. Objection, Your Honor.
Objection overruled.
Do you denounce the monarchy and hope for a republic?
Monarchy is inequality, systemic injustice. While you strangle Afghanistan and tangle with Taliban, our taxes have to pay for David Cameron's cameraman.
How can you compare spreading anarchy to spreading democracy?
Like you compare resistance to extension of colonies.
Did you really refer to the US as an abomination?
No, I posed a question in reference to its domination. I scrutinize governments, you scrutinize songs.
Did you compare Predator Jones to suicide bombs?
Yes, and I question where such brutalized youth would rise from. It's true, I choose to write songs, but you can right wrongs.
But what if your questions equate to the spreading of hate? Is it true you labeled Israel a terrorist state?
Yes, cause it's based on the threat to erase an indigenous population you could never replace.
Damn.
They're calling me a terrorist. We know who the terror is. Tell
Hold
them
on.
that
Oh,
I'm
wait. I do want to actually say a couple of things about that. Oh, let me go back up. Let's see. This was really cool verse because it was going back and forth between. It's literally like he's in a courtroom. So it's like they asked him the question and then he answered it, and like especially like let's see down here where it said, "Do you denounce the monarchy and hope for a republic?" That's talking about the UK, because in the UK I believe is a monarchy. Yeah. Monarchy is inequality, systemic injustice. While you strangle Afghanistan and tangle with Taliban, our taxes have to pay for David Cameron's cameraman. So, a big thing there is monarchy is inequality because, I mean, think about it for a second. You're basically handing power over to one person or one couple, and that is not exactly a good thing because let me figure out my words here. Monarchy, power should not go to one person. That's what I was trying to say. Or two people. Power should be spread out in a group of people like in a democracy, because it gives the ability for people in that group to actually see the rights and wrongs of a decision that is being made. So that is why democracy is probably the best option for government. But it also leads me to the next thing. Although he was talking about the UK there, the United States is similar in that front, because not the monarchy part. I was talking about while you strangle Afghanistan and tangle with Taliban, our taxes have to pay for David Cameron's cameraman. See, a big thing there is that we're over there and, doing all that stuff. And we're not just over there. I mean, we're all over the place. The United States is everywhere. And even in places that we really have no business being in, which is pretty much all places, by the way. And, like, we're there, just basically fuck people over. And that's a big part with that. Let's see. How can you compare to spreading anarchy to spreading democracy? Like you compare resistance to extension of colonies. That's a big thing when it comes to big countries. We have colonies literally everywhere. So does the UK, so does Russia, so does Germany, so does Japan and China and Korea. And, these big countries, the major powers have colonies everywhere in these smaller places. And it's all for the sense of, like, whenever we extend into a country, there is resistance from the people of that country because they don't want a bunch of strangers coming in and telling them how to live and telling them what to do, what to worship, what to eat, what to wear. They don't want that. They don't want people coming in and taking their resources when nobody told them they could. And there's resistance from it. And automatically, because of that resistance, they are labeled terrorists and a threat. And therefore, they are put down by the government and our military. Now, you tell me if that sounds good. And you tell me if that sounds right. Because to me, it sure as fuck doesn't. And if it does to you, you got problems, bro. Let's see. Did you really refer to the U.S. as an abomination? And he said, no, I posed a question in reference to its domination. I scrutinize governments, you scrutinize songs. Okay. Man, there is a lot to talk about in this verse. Okay, so whenever he said he posed a question in reference to its domination, you tell me a country, like, really not a major power, because we don't dominate that area, but I'm talking about smaller countries where the U.S. does not play a major role in the way that country is controlled. You can't really. Especially in places like the Middle East and stuff as of recently. We have such a huge stranglehold on them. And the reason for it is because... not because of the terrorism and everything over there, because that's not what it is. It's not terrorism because it's simply resistance. Because they don't want us over there. And I think that's a fair thing to want. I mean, let's think for a second here. If they were here, would we not resist? If they were trying to colonize areas of the United States, would we not resist? If they were taking our resources, if they were persuading people to change into their religion and to their, way of living, would we not resist? We would. Everyone would. We like the way we live, and we don't want it to change. They're the same way. And that is why, since the government labels terrorists, is because they want to give the people on their side, and to make them feel, less, and make soldiers feel less horrible when they do the things that they do to them people over there. Because it's all about morale when it comes to soldiers. If you don't have the people on your side, then the soldiers won't be on your side because they're doing it for the people. Not for the government, they're doing it for the people, for their home, for their country. That is what they're doing over there as well. They're just pushing back against us because we have no business being over there apart from doing the horrible things we do. We have no business being over there apart from doing those things, changing the way they live. And it pushes resistance onto us. It's not terrorist acts on us, it is resistance on us. There is a difference. Alright, let's see. I think there's like one more thing. Oh yeah, I'll talk about one more thing there. And that is I scrutinize governments, you scrutinize songs. Whenever there's a song about any type of government or political issue, it's always put down because, it's... Whoa, where'd my lyrics go? Uh-oh. The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Okay, hold on. Anyway, what I was saying was, what the fuck is going on with my fucking laptop? I know there's one more verse. I need this to work. Anyway, I'll just let this sit there for a second. What I was saying was, like, songs are put down if they say anything to scrutinize a government or anything to do with social norms because, I mean, it's wrong in the eyes of social normality. Because it could turn people against the government and against what people are doing overseas, and that is why they cover it up, because, I mean, like I said, it leads back to the whole morale thing. God damn it. Lyrics. Work. Stop being a dick. I may have to reload this up. Wait. Oh, fuck it. Okay. Anyway, let's just keep going.
They're calling me a terrorist. It's time we settle this town of the I'm all about love and peace. Why you wanna trouble me? Town of the My intentions are clear to see.
Please allow me to state the most relevant of facts. I'm charged with section 1 of 06's Terrorism Act. It is alleged the music I'm publishing for exhibition all amounts to the encouragement of terrorism. My face was placed upon the news as a wanted person cause it caused controversy when they saw my songs emerging. If I was commercial, would I have to ride all these hurdles? Raided my home, take my phone, put some spies in my circle. Not on it, no comment. I will never change my position, not in jail, but they gave me these stale bail conditions. And this is the part where the plot just gets sinister. They banned me from the city of London and Westminster. I do this for the rebels that do this without the medals. For Smiley Culture, Jodie McIntyre and Alfie Meadows. Before you throw it at me, have a look at your backwards book definition of terrorism. Columbus and Captain Cook, I can't lie, it's getting deep. Our lives are very cheap. When one person dies in police custody every week, they're editing my tracks cause I'm telling them the facts. You're more likely to die like that than from a terrorist attack. When you try to fight the war, they will say you defy the law. Can't quiet me, this is R.I.P. for Brian Hall. We know the truth no matter what you tell them on the television. IMF, World Bank, economic terrorism. I refuse to produce chart nonsense, not a servant to the Zionist lobby like Mark Thompson. The BBC want me making music to impress crooks or doing shows on military bases like Tim Westwood. Murdoch might have the news, but me, I have the tunes. Your cameras move onto celebrities to distract the youth. Remember, this fact is true. When you point your finger at me, there is 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Okay, so my lyrics aren't fucking working over here. So what I'm going to do... Alright, so anyway, one thing I noticed in that was at the end of that verse, whenever it was talking about how the camera points towards celebrities and what's going on like that, and it distracts the youth. That's a big thing going on now, because people are more interested, especially the youth, are more interested in, what's going on in a celebrity's life, or what's going on in, the higher ups, higher up, as I said, the people that have a, very wealthy and very nice life. They look up to them and they see everything that they've accomplished, and they watch this stuff, and they don't pay attention to the important facts of what's going on in the real world. They're more focused on what's going on in a celebrity's life, and that's not a good thing, because they should really be more focused on what is happening, like that, because they need to be more educated in what's going on and political things, and be more educated when it comes to what horrors are happening overseas that they don't know about because they don't look into it. Because they're more focused on what's happening with the fucking Kardashians. They're more focused on whatever else fucking media shit is going on, and it's wrong. It really is. Anyway, final thoughts. Amazing song. Holy shit. I've been rambling for 25 minutes. Holy fuck. This is probably my longest video that I've done so far. Anyway, final thoughts. Great song. Go check it out. Link will be in the description. Also, be sure you leave a comment, a question for me, and also, a song and an artist you want me to listen to, but mainly a question that you have for me, and I will answer it later on today in another video. So, also, if I put out the video and you still have a question for me, I'll do another Q&A maybe next week. So, whenever I do that, you can just leave a comment under that one too. So, yeah. So, don't worry. You won't miss out. So, yeah. Thank all you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure you hit that like button. And be sure you hit subscribe if you have not already. And I will, of course, see all of you guys in that next video. See ya.